I'm about to go in and get my double helix pierced on my right ear. I think, unless you have to start out with a single, but I'm not sure. But I'm kind of scared because I think it's going to hurt a lot more than my nose, because my nose barely, like, my nose hurt. It was like a 2, but that's not that bad. I feel like this is going to be at least a 3. I don't know. I feel like my ears are really sensitive. So I'm kind of scared, but... Just got it done. I got really confused because I forgot where I parked when I found it. Did I? Yeah, I did. Oh, frick, my ear hurts. That was a lot worse than getting my nose. Probably can't even freaking see it. I don't know. But that was a lot worse than my nose, I think. Like, that was probably a 3.5 for pain. My ears are really sensitive. I can't even, my mouth is like, my lower jaw's shaking a bit. Like, I didn't cry or anything, but like, it kind of made me feel like, and like, you know, but it's okay. It's all done. Hopefully, if it gets infected, I'm gonna like pee my pants, because getting these things infected is terrible. And I'm not gonna deal with that. I'll probably just take it out if that happens. But I hope it doesn't happen. Because I just spent a lot of money on it. But yeah, that's it. I'm gonna go home now and not lay on this freaking ear for 8 months, which is gonna be hard because I go in my sleep. So gonna drive home. This time I'm not gonna get in a car crash. I just hit someone from behind, but whatever. That doesn't sound very fun. Roads aren't that slippery, so we're not going to do that this time, because it's just not what we're going to do. I'm about to enter one of the best stores in existence. And I'm by myself, which is perfectly okay and fun. Almost walked in the outdoor. Most embarrassing moment of my life. They don't have micron pens, so I'm #depressed. I'm kidding. I just got out of Target, and the freaking cold hurts my ear. My piercing like a butt cheek on stick. It feels like it's going like a little thing's biting me. Also, I'm gonna go to the craft store now because I want beads and pens. I'm so bored right now. It is not okay. I've just been sitting in my room for like 10 hours because I freaking took an Excedrin because Tylenol wouldn't fix my headache. And Excedrin has caffeine, and I never do caffeine because it keeps me up at night. It doesn't make me hyper or anything. It just won't let me go to sleep. So I'm going crazy. I made the dumbest video of my freaking toy dinosaur. I drew on my arm. I watched hours of TV. I edited one YouTube video. I will scroll through the... I don't know what to do. Help me. I guess one thing I could do is put more stars on my ceiling, because I painted a bunch of... You can't see them yet. I gotta turn off the black light. I'm just charging them. I painted a bunch of little stars on my ceiling like 2 years ago with this paint. And I've always wanted to keep doing it. Look at how cool I look in the black light with my stuff. Whatever. It's just so freaking hard to paint because like that paint's thick, and I'll just have to go grab a paintbrush. But then the paintbrush leaves too big of a dot, so then I have to get something else, but then you have to dip it every single time. And I freaking can't get all the way over there and stuff because I don't have a ladder. I don't know, but let's turn this off. I'm gonna take some pictures with the exposure so you can actually see them, because you can't see them in the video. I gotta freaking stir the paint though and charge it. Okay, what time is it? One sec. What is this? Okay, it's 2 in the morning, so I gotta be kind of not too loud and not freaking fall, because I'm clumsy and I always fall on the freaking there's any way I can set this up. See, not cleaning your room comes in handy. Because now I can use this to stir it. Unless you don't need to stir it. I'm not sure. But I think you do. This paint gets everywhere. Because, like, if you get the tiniest drop on anything, it freaking glows, obviously. I want to do like I've already started like clumps here and there because I feel like that's what the real galaxy looks like. So I'm gonna try to do that. And I don't know if it's gonna turn out good or not, but no, we'll see. This thing literally turns into a flashlight. And this paint is expensive as heck. Like, it's expensive. But I think it has to be because it's really good. I started watching this TV show. It's called Betty. I started watching it tonight. I'm on episode 5, and each episode's pretty long. And it's on HBO Max, and it's like about like a bunch of girls who skateboard and they live in New York or something like that. And it's so good. Like, not even the storyline or the premise or anything. It's just like, the vibe is so good. Like, that sounds so stupid, but it is. It's just like so chill, and just like when I'm watching, I feel like I get totally pulled into the show. Like, so I don't worry about life. But I also don't like it because like I love that vibe so much and it makes me sad. That's like, I'll probably never have that life. But that's okay. Okay, this is the issue with working with this paint in bed. It gets everywhere. Like, my fingers aren't even wet or anything. It's just like, and then I touch things and it's just sprinkled all through my bed. So it's like and it stays forever. So it's like, this is all in my bed and it's weird, but you can see it like rain. It's already freaking in my bed. This is one of those nights that if I wasn't at home, I would go for a walk outside right now, because like I'm here, so my mom would be like, why are you going outside? She wouldn't let me go outside right now, and we have an alarm and everything. It would go, ew. I'd have to turn it off, and it would be like, alarm disabled, should hear it, and blah blah blah. Even the windows, everything would stop the alarm. But if I was at school, I could just leave my dorm and go for a freaking hour-long walk, because I just can't sleep. And I hate being awake at night because it's the most lonely feeling in the world. It feels like you're the only one up, even though that's not true. It feels like it. And everybody else is sleeping. But like, it's so, like, I remember when I was little, I would be sitting, like when I was awake at night, I would just be so sad, like so lonely. And like, you get that feeling that like you're homesick and you want to go home, but you are home. I don't even know. And then like, sometimes a car would drive by and the headlights would go, and that would make me so happy because it would, you know, I wasn't alone. But then the car would leave It's not that bad tonight, but I really want to go for a freaking walk. Wish I was at college. I'm going back in like 2 days. So, oh, and I drew on my arm. But yeah. I should have taken the Excedrin. Freaking, I literally was like, Mom, do we have any Tylenol? Because I had a headache. And she's like, you sure you don't like Excedrin? Because I used to always take Excedrin. Because I used to have headaches every day, and they were really bad. Like, I would almost throw up and stuff. So I take Excedrin because it's like one of the best headache medicines. But I stopped taking it because I'm like, I don't want to be putting all that caffeine in my body and get addicted to caffeine. And now I never drink caffeine. And in the past couple days, a few days ago, I drank a little can of Diet Coke. I couldn't go to sleep till like 2. And I usually can go to sleep at like 8 at home. Sometimes I go to sleep at 7:30. I know. And then today I took Excedrin and it's like 3 o'clock. And it's not like I didn't even do anything today. I did stuff today. I went to the freaking Van Gogh exhibit thing. I got lunch with my grandma and mom. I went to Target. That's it, which doesn't sound like much, but it took the whole day, for some reason. My stomach hurts. I'm going crazy. I wish my sisters were home so I could have someone, so I wouldn't be so lonely. But they're in college, and I texted them and FaceTimed them, but they're an hour ahead of us, and they have classes tomorrow, so I assumed they were sleeping. And to make sure they were sleeping, I sent them a word game because they can never resist those word games. They would have played it. So they're definitely sleeping. They wouldn't have ignored that, I think. So. But my piercing doesn't hurt anymore. It hurts when I touch it, when I try to lay on it, or do anything that touches it at all. So, you know what I just thought about? I'm not gonna, first off, my headphones are gonna be hard to wear, and I love wearing my headphones. And second off, how am I gonna wear a hat? Look into my eyelid. Okay, I want to sit on the roof, but it's full of snow. I wish I had friends that lived like on my block, like right here in my neighborhood on my block. Like when I was little, I had friends. Yeah, I had 5 friends that all lived on my street. So every day after school, we would just walk over to their house, knock on the door, and be like, "Can you play?" And we would hang out. But now, all my friends are at least like 15 minutes away. So I can't just be like, "Hey, you want to hang out in the middle of the freaking night?" Because they're 15 minutes away, and that'd be weird. Like I want a friend that lives like on my street, and that I'm close enough to that I can just feel comfortable calling them at like 3 in the morning, being like, "Hey, can I come over?" And they'd be like, "Might as well, sure, come over." And I'd come over, and we would just chill, and they could sleep. I don't even care, but I wouldn't be alone. That would be so great. But there's nobody my age on my street. My nose and cheeks are starting to get ziggy. They always get ziggy when I'm like, you know, when you're really like anxious, or I don't even know, and you go like this and your nose is like, and you go like that. It's like when your limbs are falling asleep, but like a fuzzier feeling. And when you touch them, I usually get that when I'm either like hyper freaking ventilating or really anxious, which I'm neither right now. Like, I guess I'm a little anxious. I don't know, but I got a solid 2.5 to 3 hours of sleep. Yeah, and I've been freaking just like going, you know, in my bed for like a freaking hour. I can't get back to sleep. And it's not daytime, by the way. It's still night. It's 6:30, so it's dark out. So I'll probably stay up for like 3 hours and then fall asleep for like 3 during the day as like a nap. And freaking my earring got snagged in my pillow like 2 seconds ago, and it hurt like a butt cheek on stick. It started bleeding a little, I think. nothing bad. They just make the posts so freaking long to give room for swelling or whatever. Like, my ear didn't swell that much yet, so it's like getting caught on everything, which is annoying. Okay, so I just watched the movie The Fallout, which I've been waiting for like 7 days because I saw a YouTube ad about it. I was like, that looks good. And it's like about a school shooting in like just our generation, whatever. And I was like, before I watched it, I'm like, they're gonna try too hard, probably. Which they did in a lot of parts. They tried too hard, so it was like, do less. But it was actually pretty good. Like, it was a pretty good movie, and I was like, oh, okay, I like it. And the ending was really good. I feel like a lot of people are gonna be like, why'd they end it like that? No, yes, that was a good ending. And it was a little fruity too, to add in some spice. And it made me realize a few things. First thing is, people are always like, oh my god, that movie, like that movie made me cry or something, like whatever movie they're talking about. I'm like, I never cry in movies. But I just realized it's because a lot of people, like, they feel like they have to cry, like they have that lump in their throat and they just cry in the movie. So it made them cry. But me, I would always have that lump in my throat. I'd be freaking almost choking on it. And like, I'd have like tears in my eyes and stuff, but I'd be like, because that was my worst fear, to cry in front of people, even if it was in a dark movie theater and no one even knew. So I would do that. So technically it did kind of make me cry. I just didn't let the freaking tears come out of my freaking eyes. But this one didn't get me even that far. I was just like, oh, that's pretty sad. Especially the part where the two sisters were talking, like, at night. That was the saddest part. But it didn't get me to the point where I was like, you know what I mean? I thought there was another thing. I don't remember, but also my piercing. I think I want to do, like the whole, like 3 more, 1, 2, 3, like the whole thing. So it's, like, biggest on the bottom and it keeps getting smaller, smaller, and smaller as you go up. Because I think that would look cool, but can't do them all today. So I'll probably do, if I still feel like it, I'll do it this summer. And then this year's gonna be boring. Maybe on this year, I think, what is it? Is it called a conch? The hoop that's like right here? Tragus? I don't know what it's called, honestly. But the one that's like sideways right there, that would look cool. I don't know. I'm really bad at like knowing what looks good. But yeah. It's like 10 a.m. now, and I never went back to sleep, so I'll just be tired today. And it's cloudy out, which makes me sad. I don't know what to do today.